نعم إن أول غيث ندى سأروي.
Autopsy of this Ramadan. You have two trajectories if you live to see the end of Ramadan. Either it was an accepted Ramadan or it was a rejected Ramadan. Those are the two possibilities. If it was a rejected Ramadan, I want you from now to put yourself ahead of this Ramadan and to read the autopsy of your Ramadan. And if this isn't your first Ramadan, then you probably have a lot of experience in failure and success. And so if you're reading through the autopsy of your Ramadan, why it failed, what is in that autopsy? This is an experiment, a visualization. By the way, something very powerful to write down, right? Write it down for yourself. Sit with yourself before Ramadan starts and write the autopsy of your Ramadan, if it fails. And then on the other hand, if it was accepted, if it was a good Ramadan, why was it a good Ramadan? Write it down. You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us the beginning and the end. And look how remarkable the consistency is. It begins with the name of Allah and with the intention of pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It ends with, at the end of the period, وَلِتُكْمِلُوا الْعِدَّةَ وَلِتُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهَ عَلَى مَا هَدَاكُمْ وَلَعَلَّكُمْ تَشْكُرُونَ. The end of Ramadan, Allah tells you exactly what it should look like. What the end of Ramadan should look like, that you finished Ramadan, وَلِتُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهَ عَلَى مَا هَدَاكُمْ, and you are glorifying Allah for what He guided you to, and you have become grateful to Him for that guidance and every other blessing that follows. This is what the end of Ramadan should look like. Like a successful Ramadan is that at the end, تُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهَ عَلَى مَا هَدَاكُمْ. Allahu Akbar. By the way, there's a legal implementation of this, which is takbiratul Eid. Right? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah. We don't do empty dhikr. Why are you saying Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah? وَلَعَلَّكُمْ تَشْكُرُونَ. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, وَلِلَّهِ الْحَمْدِ. So there's a legal implementation to this as well, that as you finish this period, you should come out declaring the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But look at the consistency here. I gave you the example of Hajj. فَإِذَا قَضَيْتُمْ مَنَاسِكَكُمْ فَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ كَذِكْرِكُمْ آبَاءَكُمْ أَوْ أَشَدَّ ذِكْرًا. When you finish your manasik of Hajj, remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَإِذَا قَضَيْتُمُ الصَّلَاةِ فَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبٍ. That when you finish your prayer, remember Allah, standing, sitting, and laying down. Salatul Jum'ah. فَإِذَا قُضِيَتِ الصَّلَاةُ فَانْتَشِرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَابْتَغُوا مِنْ فَضْلِ اللَّهِ وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ. When you finish your Salatul Jum'ah and you go back to your daily life, remember Allah frequently so that you may be successful. إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحُ وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ وَاسْتَغْفِرْهُ إِنَّهُ كَانَ تَوَّابًا. When Allah gives you material victory, when He gives you the victory of Islam, when Allah awards you for your efforts, فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ وَاسْتَغْفِرْهُ. Say Subhanallah, say Astaghfirullah, glorify Allah and seek forgiveness. You see, the end of every one of our ibadat is remember Allah, remember Allah, remember Allah, remember Allah. The beginning of every single one of our ibadat is begin with Allah, begin with Allah, begin with Allah, begin with Allah. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. You start with the intention solely for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Somewhere along the way, your intention might get chipped away at, but you keep going back to at least that my original intention was, oh Allah, Allahumma anni laka sumt. I fasted for you. Oh Allah, I am fasting for you. There's something so beautiful about the affair of Islam in this regard. You know what it is? That the Sahabah understood, as the scholars of Tazkiyah said, that their whole life was merely worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so they did not distinguish between their sleep
الندى سأروي به قاحلات المدى نعم إن أول غيث ندى سأروي